Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing all right. So the Call of Duty beta is done and over with, I guess until release of, October 25th, I believe. Did you get a chance to play any? Did you get a chance to play some of the Ground War? What did you think about it? Yeah, this is what this video is about. This is me talking about the beta, mainly the Ground War, kind of the comparison between Battlefield and Ground War, my overall thoughts on it, and what I liked, what I didn't like, and maybe what could be done a little different. I'm curious because I'm not a hardcore Call of Duty player. I play very casual with my friends, and I don't really care about the KD. And if you've known me at all, you know that I could give a rat's ass about the KD. I believe this is going to be a long video. Again, I've just finished up with everything, so I kind of want to get my thoughts out there. I haven't listened to any reviews, so really this is just coming from me, and here we go. And one more thing before we get started. If you agree with me, fantastic. Hit that like button and subscribe. If you disagree with me, fantastic. Hit that like button and subscribe. Also, this is just going to be the review. And then later this weekend, I'm going to have another video for you. And I wanted to show you the comparison between Ground War and what I think Modern Warfare does really well, which is the smaller game mode. And we had, my buddies and I had a domination round that was just spot on, really good. So my thoughts on the overall beta are positive. I enjoyed the overall experience. I love the aesthetics. I love the way the guns look. I love the way they feel. With that being said, I think Call of Duty, there were some comparisons that maybe this would be like Battlefield 4. I personally didn't see that, and it didn't feel like that. It felt like to me that this was a domination game with 64 players fighting over very small objective areas and dying a lot. It felt like a grind. You know, it didn't feel anything like Battlefield. Again, like I said, I think that Battlefield and Call of Duty gameplay styles are like oil and water. They just don't mix. Allow me to introduce an emulsifier, because that's really what you need if you want Ground War to work and play more like a Battlefield type game, like a Conquest. You probably need to do this. However, if you're a Call of Duty fan, this may not make any sense to you. I'm coming from a Battlefield perspective. Let's say Ground War and the weapons and how everything works and all that stay the same. The only thing that I would suggest changing locations of objectives. Maybe make some adjustments there, and that might help a little bit with some of the stagnant fighting. Because to me, it felt like I was playing a small Call of Duty game mode, and you had an option to go to other areas. It was just this constant fight. I mean, it felt like, yeah, we were always either at Bravo and or Charlie, or trying to get to one of the others. You were fighting in these little small rooms, so it became this close quarters game mode, with the option to maybe leave, and if you did, then you became a moving target for the snipers that are sniping on the roofs. It was just tough. It was very laughable at times. That's what I would say is maybe move some objectives around a little bit and do that. Now, if you want to make some major changes to it, the one-shot kill with a sniper rifle, that's got to go. Hell, maybe Battlefield players might really like this. I mean, there are people who want to bring in and like getting a single shot kill with a sniper rifle. They have the argument of it's more realistic. I hate to say it, but I don't want overly realistic in a video game because I want it to be fun. It might be fun for you to get those one-shot kills with a sniper rifle, but it's not fun for us, ones getting sniped constantly and don't want to play with a sniper rifle. That's not fun. It's not fun for me to run from point A to point B and I take 5 steps and I'm dead. That's not fun. You need to have a follow-up shot. You need to have a recycle that weapon and hit me again. Because then if you hit me in the head, hey, yeah, that's it. Katie barred the door. I'm done. But if you can't hit me in the head, then I should be allowed to keep pushing and keep moving and get cover and have a chance to survive. Okay, so that's one thing that we can either change or leave in. Honestly, that doesn't really matter. I think the biggest thing that you could change though, however, is making the objective areas larger. The objective areas in Ground War, to me right now, are way too damn small. You got to change that. Again, you're playing a domination match on this grandiose scale, and you forgot to increase the size of the capture areas. I mean, there are certain capture areas that you're completely exposed. Yeah, you have a little bit of cover, but there's a building sitting right next to you with snipers. I mean, you just look up and there's like 3 or 4 different glints staring at you. I was just, it was insane. And most people wanted to go fight in the buildings where there was no objective because they knew they could get kills. Like I said, that's the difference between Call of Duty and Battlefield in a lot of cases, that Call of Duty is based on kills, whereas Battlefield, to me personally, has always been based on objective and squad team gameplay. That's just my personal opinion on it. Also, what would need to be changed for me to really enjoy it too is spawning in the headquarters of the HQ area, your spawn area, without getting killed immediately. That would be fun. There were several times on, I think it's one side of the map, I think it's the alpha side of the map, where you spawn in on your HQ, where there are snipers directly above you in a building across the street, and also a vehicle, a tank, whatever the hell you want to call that thing, APC, APS, APT, whatever that, there's a vehicle sitting over there just shooting all of us. And it was so, the splash damage was so severe, I couldn't deal with it. I think that's probably the main thing. I would, and again, I don't want to say adjust weapons, but the main things that I would, if you could do that, if you could remove one of the objectives and make the capture zones a little bigger, you might actually have some better gameplay. That's without doing anything to the weapons. However, I think that you probably should tone down the sniper rifles and stop making them one-shot kills unless it's to the head. Also, lastly but not least, I would do something about the vehicles. The splash damage is just way too big. Either have an option to do splash damage and or just damage to the vehicle. So you might have to, like, hey, I want to kill infantry. Well, you're not going to do very good against another vehicle. Hey, I want to kill the vehicle. Well, you're not going to do good against infantry. So something like that. Maybe they have that. I don't know. I didn't play in the vehicle a whole hell of a lot because I didn't have time. And I'm more of a, I want the first-person shooter aspect of the game. I was more interested in that and how that would affect things. Yeah, I did fly around in a helicopter, and I did create some man cakes. And that was a lot of fun. I will say that was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed that. And I can't wait for that to come back because that was hilarious. So yeah, that's my thoughts. That's what I think I would do if it was up to me. Of course, it's not. I don't have a say in it, but that's something that I would think that would make it a little bit easier and maybe kind of bring that balance together. That's all that I've got to talk about. This has been fun. Thank you so much for listening. I really do appreciate it. Again, I'll have an extra video for you this weekend with a comparison with Ground War and Domination. Should be a lot of fun. Should be posted Saturday or Sunday. I will still have a Friday video up for you, but that will be Friday Night Battlefield. And then again, I'll have an extra video for the weekend. So I know, kind of overkill, but that's that's what we have to do sometimes, right? All right, guys. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.